Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Season 2 recruitment race for the MX-5 series hosted by Palmetto Racing League. Boy, this is sure to be an evening here to watch a race. Concord Speedway is the track. We are, this was supposed to be a 30-lap race. Somehow in transition, it ended up changing to a 39-lap race. Not sure why we couldn't just do 40, but even 50 would have been fun. This is a really short track, less than right at half a mile. So this race isn't going to take long at all, but as you see the cars get going here, you'll notice that the track is very, very small. I expect there to be a lot of cautions this evening on this track. It's going to be a wild ride, so make sure you strap in your seatbelt for this one. The start here shouldn't take too long. I think it's 2 laps around before they come back around and go green. So we should be started shortly underway here. This is another race where caution laps do count towards the total lap. So if this is a race with a bunch of cautions, we will continue carrying on the laps as it goes on. Sure to be an exciting yet fun race to watch. I'm sure it was fun to be a part of also. And we are green as soon as they round this corner right here. We will be underway for the recruitment race for MX-5 series. These cars are not very fast. They're really slow, but with a track like, look, I already got one spun out. Bump the wall there. And with a track this short, it's gonna be sure to bring some action for sure. And just like that, we've got our first caution lap. Looks like a couple of them got tangled up in that one right there. The turn that you see the car there going on, that is it's a tricky turn. You can come into it full speed as long as you slam on the brakes in the turn. I know what you're probably thinking with that, but literally the minute you put that brake pedal to the floor and keep those wheels turned to the left, it'll glide around that turn, and as long as you can keep it even with turning the wheel and easing off the brake and into the brake, you can slide it around that turn pretty easily and make up some lost time. I know because I've done it. 30 laps isn't really enough to really wear down tires, so for the duration that the race is going to go on, you can get away with that method. Now, longer winded races, not so much, but a race like this one, you could definitely pull that off. We'll kind of give you an overview of the whole track here. We should be going green again here shortly, and that first spin out that we just saw there, that was lap 1, and you see just off the caution laps we're already on lap 4. So this is going to be a really quick race, but there's probably going to be a lot of action. They chose to enter the race with only 10 UI cars, so 10 AI cars. All of the other cars you see on the track there are human drivers, so we had a really good turnout for this one, and it should make to be an exciting race. And we are going back green coming out of this turn right here. Do want to give a quick shout out. There's way too many to name, but we do want to thank all the drivers who did participate in this evening's race. It was hectic. Hats off to you. You guys killed it out there. A couple of them left early. May have had reasons for that. We've got another spin out on the track there. And that's going to put us in another caution. could potentially be why they decided to extend the laps a little bit, because, as I said, originally this was supposed to have only been a 30-lap race. But I mean, as you can see, it got changed to 39. I feel like that may have been what doomed the race from the start. We went with an odd number of laps instead of even. I think if we would have stuck with 40, we probably wouldn't have had all this chaos. Who am I fooling? It still would have been chaos. Short tracks are always chaos. Anybody who's a fan of dirt track racing knows that. You're guaranteed to see at least one wreck somewhere. So lap 8 of 39. It was a really, really good turnout. I watched a lot of the practice going on. It looked like a lot of drivers were able to find their groove in this track relatively simple or quickly, and found it pretty simple to develop a pattern there. However, there was not a full turnout. I think a lot of folks joined at the very last minute. This was only a 15-minute long practice, where normally with our league races you're used to the drivers are used to having an hour of practice time, because most of them don't get time during the week to practice, so race day is their practice. With these recruitment races, we're only running a 15-minute time, so that drivers don't have to wait as long to register and actually get in on the action and start racing. So this was a 15-minute practice, and I watched majority of that, and it was interesting to say the least. For the most part, everyone did pretty good, and had a couple of drivers get overzealous and caused a couple of spin outs, a couple of wrecks. But that's practice. You expect that from a practice run. We are back green, lap 12 here of 39, as we continue the action. I look for there to be a few more cautions. It's just it's like a rite of passage on these short tracks, and this is one of those fun races that they were really hoping to make fun with the league, and I would not be surprised if in the actual league season for MX-5 if we didn't see more tracks like this, and somebody literally just ate a wall right there at pits. That was the number 99. And that's another good thing about these recruitment races also. There's no pressure on anybody for points and trying to place high. It's really just get out there and have fun. See what the car's made of. See what the track's made of. Just have fun with it. Don't, take it serious to a degree, but at the same time, it's more so just putting the feelers out there for what's to come. Gain attention, something fun for everybody, which I feel like this evening's race is going to live up to that hype. I really do. We got iRacing Super Speedway for the league this weekend for the Cup race and the Truck Series recruitment race, so that should be an interesting track. It's rather large. I don't have the map layout in front of me for that. I do apologize, but it is a rather large track, and should definitely bring an interest factor to the race this weekend. So make sure you're tuning in to those as we wrap up season 1 in the Cup Series. And as it's looking right now, statistics, point values, it's I think I mentioned it in Saturday's race, both of them actually. Aaron Vogt in the number 22, I feel like he's pretty much sealed his fate as the champion of the Cup Series. So looks like he'll be taking home that trophy for season 1, which is a big deal. First season of a brand new league. Everybody jumped in here new, didn't know each other very well. Relationships have been formed, friends have been made, and you get, walk away with all of that and bragging rights as season 1 champ. That's a heck of a way to start a new league entry. I think anybody would be pleased with that result. Speaking of old Aaron Vogt, he's in this race as well. Let's check him out. Ride in the front seat with him a minute. See him there in the number 22 car. Trying to find his position here on the ticker. It looks like he is in 13th place right now. And he is getting in there with these guys. See him running 3rd gear in that turn there. This is that turn I was talking about right here, the stabbing the brakes, kind of sliding it around. Seen a couple of them do it already. Take you back outside the car now as we carry on this race. 18 laps to go. Oh, looks like we have 2 wrecked cars there. I don't believe it's going to trigger a caution. Looks like he was able to get off the track and not cause any more incidents. Not entirely sure what happened there. If we get another caution here, yep, speak of the devil. I have a really bad habit of speaking those into existence. I do believe that is going to be a caution from the previous incident that we just saw there. I think there was some debris laying in the track still. We're going to take this opportunity, since these cautions are so quick, to go ahead and handle our sponsor shout-outs real quick. We'll be back with you momentarily. Today's sponsor spotlight is for Working Man Outdoors. Real experiences, real results, real affordable. They're not here to sell you a fantasy, they're here to give you the real deal. Working Man Outdoors brings working class outdoor adventures to your level and your budget. Experience duck hunts with all the thrills, none of the fluff. Located in Southwest Louisiana, give them a call today and book your hunt. 843-919-0405. Working Man Outdoors, where hard work meets wild reward. And we are back. As you see, that caution is still underway, so you guys didn't miss much. Just a couple of slow laps around the track here as we cycle through some of the drivers. Looks like, as we scope out the standings there to the left, we've had quite a few pull out from the race. One in the pits there, 2 in the pits, I'm sorry. Several of them have just disconnected as we are getting underway here again. You see down there in the bottom right of the screen the map of this track, and looking at it from that stance there, it's oh Lord, right here at the finish line. Looking at the map, I mean, you can see how quickly the numbers are getting around that track, and it's gonna eat these almost 40 laps up. I refuse to say 39 anymore. I don't want to put any more bad juju on this track. We'll just call it 40. I don't think anybody's gonna mind that. And looks like we got one smoking on the track there, so that's gonna throw out the caution. "11 laps to go in this race." Aaron Vogt has now moved up to the number 4 position in the 22 Mazda MX-5. Looks like one's going to be going into the pits there. That is the number 1 car. 10 laps to go, and we'll be wrapping this one up. This is going to be a short broadcast tonight. I look for Concord to show up in the season again, and I wouldn't be surprised if they stretched out the laps on this one, because we've been broadcasting for 18 minutes and this race is already almost over. So I look for them to kind of stretch this one out. Makes it more competitive too. A lot of those things we discussed in previous broadcasts, all the wear factors and limited fuel, will definitely come into play with a track like this. One fast repair, maybe something with this league that they may look into doing is doing away with the fast repairs. For anyone who's not familiar with what the fast repairs are, usually with these races, everybody gets one fast repair in the pits. So if you have to go into the pits for any reason, whether it be tire changes, fuel, whatever, damage to the car, you get one instant repair basically. And after that, you have to actually wait time for things to be repaired depending on the damage to the car, how much is sustained. Taking that fast repair away and we got another spin out. Taking that fast repair away will add to the strategy of the race itself. So we will get 3 chances here for a checkered flag. After 3 chances, they will call the race. If it doesn't make it, then they will call that race on the last lap. We've got a couple of drivers entering the pits here. I have noticed too that the last race that we did in the MX-5 series last Wednesday had the 30% fuel is what they started out with, and Lime Rock, I felt like it stretched that fuel limit. Those cars, those little MX-5s, they're tiny. I don't think they hold a lot of fuel to begin with, but they definitely burn through it at Lime Rock, because if you go back and look at the previous broadcast, you could see the majority of the cars that we rode inside cockpit with, they all had indicators on their dash flashing 25% fuel, 15%. I saw that on a couple of cars. You wouldn't think those little cars would eat through the fuel like that, but I guess when you're pushing them to the limits they're being pushed to in these races, it makes sense. You see the number 22 there. He has now made his way up to second place behind the 300 MX-5 Simpson. The cluster of cars has definitely shrunk down a lot. We are going to go green here with 3 to go. See if we can manage ending this race on a green and not a caution. 2 laps down to go. See Susan Flint in the 08 car there. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. Can they do it without incident is the question. So far so good. This is the last turn here, and that is the checkered flag. That is going to do it. And Aaron Vogt managed to steal another win. That dude is on a roll. Won in the Cup Series race last Saturday. Second in the Truck Recruitment Race Series. Pretty sure he took home the victory at Lime Rock also in the MX-5 Recruitment race last Wednesday. And now he is taking it home for, oh, wow. Sorry, I was not expecting that. The race was over. Did he just not see? There ain't no way. That was intentional there. I feel like, for sure, some impact behind that hit. That's going to do it for this evening's race. I apologize this wasn't just a little bit longer. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, got the Cup Series race on Saturday and the Truck Recruitment Series. So be sure to join us for those. And that is all I have for y'all this evening. As always, we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't, like and subscribe already. Keep up with all the news and current events going on within the league. And we will hopefully see you guys on Saturday.